So I found that I wanted to get to know myself a little bit better. And therefore, if I'm able to understand myself better, I'm going to be therefore a better coach. Remember that line when you in the plane and the mask drops out of the ceiling. It's always good to look after yourself before you look after others. The second point was that, what results did I see from my own Winslow? What was my reaction to it? I was very low in sociability, which is one of the Winslow traits, and very low, alarmingly low, which I kind of knew, by the way, though it was confirmed in a fair degree of detail. And so what's low sociability means for those that may be listening to this is that I'm an introvert, paid up member of the introvert club. And it's really difficult for me to do videos like this and doing vox pops such as this. I'm accustomed to writing it singularly. I'm not used to proffering points of view to wide groups of people, as you would know, Jamie. I'm more comfortable doing it, individually. So what I've learned from this, what am I doing differently? Well, I'm doing things like this. Just this morning, I got an email for a part-time consulting gig that I just was maybe invited to do, and I've got to do a video, like a audition, if you like, for the potential consulting gig, and that's something I've never done before, and so this is kind of a practice for addressing my low level of sociability. To your third point about was I skeptical or was I otherwise, or why would I go ahead and do it? Well, I know from my experience with Winslow is that it measures personality and predicts behaviours to a very high degree of certainty. And I tend to get involved with diagnostics, staff diagnostics that are robust. I read a lot of non-fiction. I rarely ever read fiction. I'm more comfortable with the Odyssey or the Iliad than, lessons in chemistry, as an example. Although I have recently read lessons in chemistry, you'll be pleased to know. And so I tend to get involved with robust diagnostics, and that's certainly been my career in previous jobs that I've had. I get involved and rather enjoy the numbers and rather enjoy the getting the hands dirty and kind of examining in kind of like a Sherlock Holmes style, is to looking at the numbers, because I do think that the numbers do show rather a lot. So why did I do it personally? Was to understand myself, to help myself grow up a little bit better. I thought it was time that I started to grow up. And to the point that you made earlier about employers and people leaving very fast after they've been employed, I do think that the Winslow diagnostic is a retention tool. I've always been of the view, hire for attitude, train for skill. And that what Winslow does is I understand the attitude. I know what I'm buying. I have two miniature schnauzers, which are pedigrees. I pay dearly for those dogs and I love them. It's just that when I'm buying a pedigree dog, I know what I'm buying. I know the kind of behaviours that I'm getting myself in for. Not that I don't adore rescue dogs, it's just that I haven't got an understanding of their experiences and their background. Whereas with schnauzers and miniature schnauzers, of which I've had 4 of them, I've kind of got to know them a little more. So I found that it's better to anticipate business challenges, and Winslow actually allows you to do that. And that seems to me to be a really valuable business lesson, because I think, CEOs, COOs, C-suite groups, of which I've been over many years, we're kind of paid to think into the future and to anticipate change. And what Winslow does, certainly from my experience, is it delivers on that in spades. It's about the only diagnostic that I know that can predict the future.